You survived Christmas, the New Year, all of it, so why does the exhaustion hit now? This is the post-holiday burnout, the real post-Christmas crash your brain experiences from emotional overload and holiday stress. You might think it's just a bad mood, or you're just tired, but it's much deeper than that. It's not your mood. It's your brain processing weeks of social overload and mental pressure. Stay with me, because today we'll decode exactly what's happening in your mind, and I'll give you a simple, honest reset strategy that doesn't require forcing positivity. Let's get into the first reason: social overload. The holidays aren't just one big, happy event. They're a marathon of thousands of tiny interactions. Think about it: the crowds at the mall, the endless planning, the small talk with relatives you see once a year. Each of these moments requires your brain to be on. It's constantly scanning faces, interpreting tones, and adjusting your own responses. This is emotional scanning, constantly reading faces, tones, and hidden tension. You're trying to figure out if your cousin's comment was a joke or a dig, if your aunt is happy with her gift, or if the conversation is about to turn into a debate. Your brain doesn't get a break. It's running this complex social software in the background, even when you're just trying to enjoy a meal. The pressure to be on, to be cheerful, to be the perfect host or guest, it's more intense than you realize in the moment. You're not just socializing, you're performing. And that performance drains your cognitive and emotional batteries faster than almost anything else. So when the curtain finally falls after the last holiday event, your brain is left with the bill for all that overtime work. The second major factor is the collision of memory and expectations. The holidays are never just about what's happening right now. They are deeply intertwined with our past. Your brain is a powerful memory machine, and during this time of year, it pulls up a highlight reel and a lowlight reel of every holiday you've ever experienced. Those feelings from childhood, the traditions you miss, maybe even the arguments from last year, they all get activated. This creates what's called an emotional memory loop. You're not just reacting to the present, you're reacting to ghosts of holidays past. On top of that, we pile on a mountain of expectations. We have this cultural script that tells us the holidays are supposed to be magical, heartwarming, and perfect. We see it in movies, in ads, everywhere. So we feel this immense, often unspoken pressure to manufacture these perfect moments. We want the kids to be happy, the family to get along, the food to be amazing. This expectation overload feels quiet, but it drains you on a profound level. When reality doesn't quite match the idealized version in our heads, which it rarely does, our brain registers that as a form of failure or disappointment, even if we don't consciously label it that way. It's this gap between expectation and reality, mixed with a flood of old memories, that creates a deep, lingering sense of emotional exhaustion. So, the holidays are over, you're finally resting, but you still feel drained. Why doesn't rest seem to work immediately? This is a crucial point many people misunderstand. Your nervous system is still coming down from high stimulation. You stop, but your brain doesn't. Think of your brain like a computer that's just been running a massive, complex program for 2 straight weeks. When you finally close the program, the computer doesn't instantly cool down. Its fans are still whirring, it's still processing background tasks, and it's trying to file away all the data it just handled. Your brain is doing the same thing. It needs time to sort through all the social data, the emotional highs and lows, the sensory overload. It's essentially paying the holiday bill before it can truly reboot and enter a state of rest. This is why you might find yourself lying on the couch, doing nothing, but your mind is still racing, or you feel this heavy, undefined fatigue. Your recovery isn't broken, it's just delayed. You're not failing at resting. You're simply in the processing phase. It's a natural and necessary part of coming down from a period of high stimulation. Trying to force yourself to feel rested during this phase is like yelling at your computer to cool down faster. It's counterproductive. The key is to understand that this processing period is part of the recovery, not a sign that recovery isn't working. Okay, so how do we actually reset? It's tempting to look for some grand gesture or big motivational push, but the most effective strategy is actually much smaller, quieter, and more honest. It's a micro step that gives your brain the permission it needs to catch up. I call it the name the moment technique. Here's what you do. The next time you feel that wave of exhaustion or inexplicable sadness wash over you, just pause for 2 seconds. Don't try to fight the feeling or analyze it. Just pause. Then, say this to yourself, either out loud or in your head. Yesterday was a lot. Or last week was a lot. You're not judging it. You're not complaining. You are simply naming the reality of the situation. This simple sentence acts as a cognitive anchor. It gives a name to the undefined chaos your brain is trying to sort through. By saying it was a lot, you validate your own experience. You tell your brain, yes, you have a reason to be processing this much. It's not a malfunction. That 2-second pause is critical. It creates a tiny gap between the stimulus, the feeling of exhaustion, and your typical emotional reaction. In that gap, you interrupt the old script that might say, "What's wrong with me?" or "I should be feeling better by now." Instead, you give your brain a moment to catch its breath. It's a reset button, not a loud, dramatic one, but a gentle, honest one. Try it. Pause, name the moment. That was a lot. And just let yourself be for a second. Let your brain catch up before your emotions start running the show again. This kind of breakdown, understanding the why behind our feelings, is what helps us regain control. It's not about fighting our emotions, it's about decoding them. And there are so many everyday moments, just like this one, that are running on hidden psychological scripts. If you found this useful and you want more real psychology breakdowns, I want to hear from you. Tell me in the comments one situation, one feeling, or one moment you want decoded next. Is it the anxiety you feel on Sunday nights? The strange feeling of being in an empty grocery store? The reason you can't focus when someone is watching you? Let me know. I'll read through all the comments, and I'll turn the most repeated or most interesting situation into the very next video. Thank you so much for watching and taking the time to understand your own mind a little better. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next breakdown. See you then.